Hello again, good afternoon from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. I have now come to Slovakia in my review of the European Union's parliamentary election results from last week. And Slovakia is a country in Eastern, Central, and Eastern Europe. Until January 1993, it was basically the eastern half of Czechoslovakia. Since then, it has had a populist right-wing and then more centrist and center-left governments. Earlier this spring, it had a presidential election that was won by the Progressive Slovakia movement's candidate, Ms. Zuzana Čaputová, who is set to take office as the country's next president in June, even though in Slovakia, like in most other republics which are located fully in Europe, the president's powers are mostly ceremonial and symbolic. In other words, the country is basically a parliamentary republic. The president does have one key power, which can make him or, starting in June, her, a major political factor, the strong veto power. The Slovak parliament has only one house and it needs a 2/3 majority to override the president's veto. By comparison, the neighboring Poland, northern neighbor Poland, has a somewhat more moderate presidential veto, which takes a 3/5 majority in that country's lower house of parliament, the same to override, provided that at least half of the members are present. In Estonia, the northernmost of the three Baltic countries, the president can only refer a legislation with which he or she disagrees to the Estonian Supreme Court to check whether it is constitutional. In Finland, my country, the president has a weak suspensive veto, or my native land, which basically just delays the law's ultimate passage by a few weeks or at most a few months, should the president use it, because in the case of ordinary laws which do not try to change the constitution, the parliament simply has to repass the law with a simple majority and can even make some slight changes to that law. The Progressive Slovakia, a new pro-EU coalition, scored a stunning victory, coming first with 20.11%. The ruling Smer-SD party of former Prime Minister Robert Fico came in second with 15.72%, nearly 9% less than in 2014. The far-right LSNS won 12.07%. The results represent another chapter in the Slovak political landscape's transformation following the murders of investigative journalist Jan Kuciak and his fiancée Martina Kushnirova in February 2018. Earlier this year, political novice Zuzana Čaputová, a former vice chairperson of Progressive Slovakia, was elected the country's first female president. According to the Slovakian Statistical Office, 22.74% of Slovakia's eligible voters cast their ballots. In 2014, the figure had been just 13.02%. So the PSSPOLU will be joining the Alliance of Liberals and Democrats and the European People's Party with its 4 members in Brussels and Strasbourg. The Smer SD will be joining the Socialists and Democrats group with 3 seats. The LSNS will be joining the Alliance for Peace and Freedom with its 2 seats. The KDH, or Christian Democratic Movement, will join the European People's Party with its 2 seats. The SAS party will join, or Sloboda Solidarita, or Free Solidarity, or Freedom and Solidarity, will be joining the European Conservatives and Reformists group with its 2 seats. And the Ordinary People and Independent Personalities will also join the European Conservatives and Reformists with its 1 seat. So in Slovakia, the far right was strengthened, the populist right as well, but the progressive Slovakia's victory means that the country is polarized politically, that there are those who are closer to the right wing extremism, and then there are those who are strongly liberal and tolerant at the same time. So neither side can claim or could claim a complete victory.